Okay, well, hello everyone. Welcome to our first episode. I'm Isabelle.
And I'm Isla.
And today we're going to be discussing rom-coms and their overall impact on society and just rom-coms in general.
We are joined today by our good friends Charlie Kitson and Jessica Peart. Say hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you all?
All right, I'm all right.
Yeah,
Bit
good.
tired.
Bit tired, yeah. Charlie?
We finished for Easter now, though. We finished for Easter.
Oh, yeah. So that's good. 3 weeks off. Not too bad.
3 weeks
Not
off.
too shabby. Charlie, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks.
Yeah, you
Well
tipped up
rested.
Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tipped off a
Okay, right. The first question we've got for you guys is, what was the last rom-com you watched? So,
It was probably Adam Sandler's Just Go With It.
oh really? Oh, is that
I
the one
love
with
that
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
it's
one.
so
That's
good, yeah.
It's so good. It's got what I don't know what that one woman's called that plays the woman that he's trying to like date, but she's great as well. She's really good.
Yeah. She's
good
there's
as well.
that scene where they have the coconut and they have to do that silly game with it, and it's really funny. Yeah, proper made me giggle.
He has like Adam Sandler takes his cast like with him like for quite a lot of his films, and they're
Yeah.
like so funny. They're just so
Yeah, I
good.
like that. That's a good one to have, that, Jess.
It is.
It's a
It's
classic one. I've not seen it in so long.
a good one. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
It is.
Go, Charlie.
Go on,
I'm
Charlie.
probably calling by your name. I watched that like a
Yeah.
month ago.
That was
Love
that.
ages ago. Yeah.
I've
that was
rewatched it
so
since then,
good.
Isla. I've watched
Yeah.
it a few times.
I think that's actually on my list as well, because I literally watched it last week because it's like my
Yeah.
comfort movie.
It's
But
good.
would you say it's a rom-com though? This is the
No.
thing, because I wouldn't say it's got a lot of comedy in it. I'd say it's
Yeah,
quite
I think it's
serious.
more
Yeah.
like a romance, but there's aspects of like there's like playful aspects in it and stuff, isn't there? But I don't know.
Yeah. I
don't
feel
think
like they try and make it relatable, but it's quite a serious topic, isn't it? So they're not going to be like, ha ha, like, this is funny. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
So it's rom without the com.
It's pretty much just a romance as well. Well, I wouldn't say Twilight's really funny either, would you? It's funny because it's
No.
cringe, though, isn't
Because
it?
that's not a rom-com.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's it.
I
Oh,
like Twilight though. Like you could put Twilight on, and I would happily like. I've watched it a million times. But I would
Oh,
watch it
yeah.
over and
I
again.
never had a
100%.
more Twilight phase. It
I
was
think-
a long phase
yeah.
as well.
Favorite Twilight? Like, do you have a favorite one?
oh, my
Huh?
favourite Twilight.
I quite liked Eclipse. That was alright.
Eclipse. Is that the one with the red hair in it?
Yeah, Victoria.
Victoria, yeah, she's
You
cool.
could tell what
That's the
series
best
it
one,
is,
I
can't
think.
you?
Yeah, I
That's
do
good.
like that one. That one's really
I feel like
good.
the first one, because obviously we're still like learning about the story in the first one. Once you get to like the other ones, it's more like, oh, we already know stuff, so like we can kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
I
not
think
figuring anything
you
out.
have to grow up watching it as well, though, because like I feel like people who didn't watch it when they were younger, they're like, oh, it's really cringy, but because it's such a classic, like I can just watch it so many times, like it's so funny.
Yeah, like, I gotta say though, Breaking Dawn Part 1 was a bit much for young
Yeah.
people. Mhm.
Breaking Dawn Part 2 as well, when they have that big fight scene as
fight,
well,
yeah.
the big fight scene, that pops off a bit, that
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, that's a
I
good
just-
one now.
I think which one's the one where he goes to what's it called?
Oh,
What's the
Italy, does he go to Italy?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
second
where
one, I
he-
think.
yeah.
In New Moon.
Oh yeah, with the Volturi. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's what they were called. That's what I
Oh
was thinking about.
yeah. They're
That was
funny,
just
them
depressing though. It was just
Yeah.
Bella mourning
It
in a
was
room.
so
ones. God,
sad.
yeah. When Edward broke up with her and her life literally ended, it was like, oh god, here we go again.
That's the 80s, isn't it? And I was just like,
Yeah.
do you know what though? Because that's a good segue into what we were going to talk about is Vampire Diaries as well. Even though it's a series, that is a good. Have you guys watched Vampire Diaries? Or have you
Yeah.
Some of it.
seen a bit of it?
I watched
We
it all.
were saying that that's a very good, and I feel like I don't know whether series work better with rom-coms or not because you invest over a longer space of time.
Yeah,
like-
I'd say that because I feel like in films they have to cover the topic really quickly, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas in TV shows they have such a long time to like expand and develop the storyline between characters. So it's like I'd say it's easier in TV shows, definitely.
Probably.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like we were saying yesterday, weren't we, Ali? We were saying like because Netflix obviously bring out like more recently has brought out quite a lot of like rom-coms and they make a series out of like To All the Boys I've Loved Before and like and I feel like they've kind of made like movie series, but that like it is better because you get to see the characters like progress instead of just being like
definitely
2 hours and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
I think To All the Boys I Loved Before, that dragged on a bit, didn't it, though? How many of them are there?
3?
The last one recently came out. I was going to say, I think that's the last rom-com I watched. And it was good. I think when I watched the first one, I was like 16 and I loved it then. But I think
Really? 16?
Yeah, or maybe I'm making that up. I think I was like 16, 17, yeah. Because I was in high school still.
Really? Oh, I didn't know it came out that long ago. I literally thought it's been like a quite new thing.
I feel like I'm making that up now. Maybe
You're lying, I'm an OG fan.
It was a
I've
couple
watched
years
it
ago.
Yeah.
It came out at the same time as the Kissing Booth, I think, because I didn't watch the Kissing Booth because I didn't like the look of it.
Kissing Booth 3's coming out soon. I swear that was supposed to come out. I don't know whether COVID like pushed it back or not, but I think that's supposed to come out soon. I'm pretty sure.
Oh God, I just don't like any of them films. I think they're so fake, and like the cast as well look about 30 years older. It's just so...
We were talking about this. We were talking about Riverdale because one of the things we were saying is that in teen rom-coms, more specifically like high school roms, you never see people doing work.
No.
Like, it's so funny. Like in Riverdale, obviously, like don't want to give any Riverdale spoilers away, but like they're doing a murder investigation. If I had a murder investigation going on while I was in the middle of my A levels, I would not be able to focus.
Literally, I'd fail all my exams.
Like,
Just a bit traumatic, isn't it? They just get on with the day, so like here, murder here, murder there. It's fine. I'll get my work done. It's like what? I don't understand. How do you fit this
went to prison at the end of the day.
Oh my God,
It's so weird.
And they did that leading performance outside of it.
I watched a recent episode like a couple of days. I feel like I need to watch it just so that I can say I've like because I feel like
I don't think you should put yourself through that.
You have to commit to it. Once you started it, you have to commit. But when they started singing, that's when I was like, hang on a minute, what am I watching here? Like, no, this is so bad.
I feel like Riverdale's crossed a lot of genres. Like, I feel like it hasn't stuck to the same one because it was very like at the
crime.
Start, there was no like supernatural stuff in it. And then in like season 3, and then when like the cult came into it, I was like, but it works. People like it, so it must work.
It's just a bit of maybe they just try. That's like what I was saying with films, though. Like films feel like they have to cram everything into one, whereas TV shows they can literally throw anything in at any point and like change it up, and they can like evolve it and stuff. Whereas films, they come out, that's it, the end. So I think it's like very different.
Well, Riverdale was supposed to last season. I think we're on season 5 now. And last season they cut it they had to cut it because of COVID. So the season didn't end properly. It was like a massive for ages. And then the first like 3 episodes or something of this season were meant to be a part of last season.
Oh,
so I feel like
it's confusing.
It's all the things, but
and they're like older as well. Like they're like
they're
older adults now, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. They did episodes as well where they were the parents. I remember that one. That wasn't
too bad, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, we were like, because obviously a lot of people who play like 17-year-olds are like 27. Like a lot. Like I wrote one of them down. Let me find where I wrote it down. We wrote it down yesterday. Yeah.
We wrote it down.
The main cast of Riverdale, as an example, just we're talking about it, is Cole Sprouse is 28 and he plays 18-year-old for like 3-4 years. Right. And it's like. But then I feel like, because that kind of links into what we were saying about unrealistic, like, was it set unrealistic?
Well, we were saying, like, I think in films and, like, TV shows, it's very, like, university in England, whereas in America, like, so much happens is it, like, high school? What is it? I don't know the orders of them. Yeah. And, like, they have extreme stuff going on like all the time, and like even at uni we don't have that to like full extent, do we really? And like it's like, why am I missing out on this? Like, why do I not have this lifestyle? But they're not always good things what the experience, are they? So
it doesn't really like give you a sense of the experience at all, to be honest. It's like they totally just go off of anything else, and then young people have like these weird expectations of what like uni and high school should be like, and it's nothing like it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nothing like it at all, and I feel like obviously we're from the perspective of going to like a British high school, so it's like different. I'm sure like Americans have a different experience, but like my high school experience was nothing like I love the thought or the Kitson.
No, it's just so unrealistic, isn't it? Like the idea of fancying the most popular boy and them liking you, like it's so unrealistic. It's
in this like big like you all like see each other at prom and like
prom. I didn't even have like school dances and stuff. That's one thing I wish I like. The school dances in rom-coms are always my favourite.
Yeah, well, we never did that. I'm just getting one of my Google Docs up to see some of the questions we were doing. That's what I'm doing. But I feel like even like balls and proms, when we never had them like once a month at our high school. Like once a year, is that like?
Yeah, literally. But like the American ones are like full on fancy. Yeah, like.
Yeah, to be fair, I think they actually do have a lot of like dances and stuff in America. I think they do them quite often. There's like a homecoming each year. There's a prom. Some years and stuff, so
yeah, maybe that's why more stuff happens. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? But they all
think they represent society well enough, or do you think that they need to do like not a better job, but do you think that compared to what they used to be, do you think that now they've got better?
Guests, you can answer first. I will let you.
Charlie, would you like to go first?
Oh, of course. I mean, I'd say the main thing that was like they need to do better with. I think, I mean, there's some that like do it a bit quirky, you know, with different things. But I think body image, with rom-coms especially, is a real problem. Like, like you're saying, they get like all these 28, 30-year-old people to play teenagers. And they're like, you know, they're all grown up, and you end up being 15, and you'll feel so terrible about yourself because you're like, why don't I look like that?
Yeah,
and that's like modeling everything, but I think it's bad for them.
Why don't I have rock hard abs like KJ Apple who plays
literally. It's just impossible. And they wear so much makeup as well. Like it looks like they're not wearing makeup and they are wearing makeup, and it's like it's so unrealistic. Like no one's bodies look like that. But then again, like I feel like they've started like expanding more on that. Like I don't think any of you watch Euphoria, but I think they're quite good at like diversity and stuff like that. But the only thing is like there's that they're the plus sides, but in Euphoria I also think they romanticize like drug abuse and stuff like that, which I think is quite negative. Well, it is a lot negative actually, but I think I just think so they're like it's like balance. Like I think they're trying to like include everyone at the moment, but like it's also they've got to keep it stereotypical to keep people engaged.
But it kind of filters in. I think a lot of the time it can filter into like the negative side, because we were saying like we were talking about how many people are represented in rom-coms, and like even like relationships, like there's not many like films that are solely about like mainstream films that are solely about like LGBTQ couples or like you know what I mean. So it's like, but I think they're on the rise, so hopefully there'll be like more soon.
Yeah, well, we were talking about when we like Call Me by Your Name. That's like obviously I think that's quite a good representation, but I don't think it's a rom-com, is it? But we were saying like it's bad how it's known as like a LGBTQ film, isn't it? But like it shouldn't be. It should just be a romance. Like and we watched it, didn't we, Charlie? Not like a while ago. And like a lot of your flat didn't really enjoy it, did they? But like I wonder if they like would have liked it if it was like a girl. Like you just wonder. Like it's obviously not like homophobic or anything. But
I don't think they would have. To be fair. To
be fair, they probably just won't like it. But I just think like it's just weird. I think it should be just a neutral film. But I really enjoy it because like people get put off by the idea of it, don't they? But I think it's such a good film. It's so creative.
Well,
I really enjoyed it when I watched it. I thought it was great. Like, and I think because it's set in like it's not set like in Hollywood or a big city. So I feel like it really gives a lovely like atmosphere and a lovely like.
It's very natural, isn't it? Like there's this thing about the flies in it. There's like flies throughout it, like representing like how natural it is, and the sound as well. If you listen to the sound, they have cars going past all the time, and like it's kind of like you're there with them. Do you know what I mean? They're in Italy with like I just think it's lovely. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, because I feel like with films and stuff at the moment, like rom-coms that are aimed at like older people, I feel like they're more realistic, and then the ones that are aimed at younger people are like really far off, and like the diversity is just a bit shocking. Like it's always like two white people at the front, and then they'll throw in like a sidekick who's like someone who's LGBT or a different race, and that's the diversity of the film.
But like they don't really focus on it. And then again, like, I think do you know how we were saying like obviously there's American shows, but I even think the British shows, like if you watch Skin, I don't know if you've any of them watched Skins or anything like that, and End of the World as well, like Sex Education,
although that's Americanized, it's still British.
It's so Americanized, isn't it though? Like this, it's so colourful and bright and happy all the time, and it's
that's
like
not Britain.
I think a lot of them are very like, that's like how you can compare like Call Me by Your Name to like the Hollywood ones, or like the bigger ones. Like they're very like, obviously they're very big, but then again, if you put something like that's got the same atmosphere as Call Me by Your Name in a big long series, would people watch it?
It'd be a bit weird.
I was surprised when we put like we asked like quite a few people about like what they thought of rom-coms and stuff to like do a bit of research, and a lot of the people were like, I honestly think that rom-coms are like that because they need to be like that. Like like a lot of the, obviously a lot of people disagreed as well, but it surprised me like the amount of people that were like, no, like they're supposed to be like that. Like
a lot of people were like, they're supposed to be stupid and cringy.
We're not meant to be able to relate to them. Like we know we're not going to meet like all these people, and it's not going to be like that in between in our free period, like sixth form. And I was like, I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people were like, no, you're just supposed to like, you shouldn't think that much into it.
But then again, I think it's the most relatable out of the, well then again, actually no, it depends, but out of the genres, like, because we're at the age now, we're going to obviously relate to the characters more because, well, I say they're our age, but they're actually like 10 years older. But
they're still older than us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I always wondered when I'd watch like Mamma Mia or like older stuff, I'd be like, why do I not look like that? Like, I where's my glow up? Like, it's just
you do look like, and you know what? Even like the scenes where I feel like so much happens before that actor or actress is in that scene. Like they've gone through the makeup chair, they've gone through the hair chair.
Yeah.
Filming a scene where they're waking up in bed, and that's all you look
like hair perfect, like oh, reach for the alarm. It's like, no, it's not happening.
But then I feel like, I don't know, would people prefer to see someone with just like a really messy bun in and like?
Yeah, I would. Like, I'd love that. I'd be like, go for it. Like,
the only thing is though, I feel like if they went too realistic, it's gonna come across as cheesy and trying to relate too much.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be too much because like, I feel like the thing with romance is that they use romance to like, because it's supposed to like sweep you off your feet or whatever, so they don't make them realistic with like schoolwork and stuff.
Because one of the questions we asked were, do you?
What's our favourite? We've not even asked our favourite yet, is it?
We did. We asked that. All right. Oh.
No. We had last much.
Yeah. Well, for the unrealistic expectation thing, people were like, they set boundaries and standards too high, and I feel like that is. I don't know, because I think sometimes films need that like stereotypical character to be able to be like that's what most films have. I don't know whether.
Well, I think love's. That's what I was going to say. People nowadays are like, oh, it's cringy, like if boys buy flowers or like show affection, like they simp and stuff like that. And I genuinely think like it's not cringy. Like I'm like, oh, like I get like.
Want someone to simp for you?
No, I don't want someone to simp for me, Charlie. I'm just thinking like, I think people nowadays think, oh, it's so cringy. So then when they watch shows like that, they're like, oh, that's absolutely cringy. So then you're like, oh.
No, like I really
don't.
I think that like movies have made that cringy. Do you know what I mean? I think that's why like that's why people are like, oh yeah, that is a bit cringe.
Yeah. Even with like we were talking about Skins, like I think that's quite cringe, even though it's quite realistic, because you're like, they're very overhyped, like, oh, drugs and like all this, and it's, oh, Jess, your microphone again.
I'm gonna take my headphones out and see what happens.
Sorry, I couldn't hear it that bad.
I couldn't hear it then.
Could you not? Maybe it's me. I'm sorry.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it is.
Right, so now we won't put those in.
Should we look at what people said were the favourite rom-coms? Because and there was quite a lot. I'm trying to
ask Charlie and Jess first, though.
Yeah. Well, with Tally, I'm looking at the tally now to try and figure out who said the most. So you guys share yours while we figure out who said the most.
No, I wrote the best rom-com. I've wrote the numbers next to them. The winner was. I know who the winner was. The winner chicken dinner.
You guys tell us yours, and then we'll tell you who the winner was. So,
yeah.
What is your all-time favourite rom-com?
Go on, Jess, I'll let you go first.
I don't even know. I don't actually watch that many. Like, the thing that comes to mind is like Mean Girls, but does that class as a rom-com?
I'd say yeah.
Okay, then Mean Girls then. I could watch Mean Girls every day.
That's such a classic. Do you not think there's lots of... Sorry, Izzy. Do you not think there's a lot of different types of rom-coms? Like, so you've got the old Notting Hill, Harry, all that kind of jazz. But then you've got, like, Pitch Perfect, Mean Girls. And then you've got the... Yeah, it's like, so... I think... and Mamma Mia as well. Like, where's that come under?
There's like musical ones, and there's like I feel like it's a very obviously there's like a lot of films that are hybrid genres as well, that it's like it's got a bit of rom-com in it, but rom-com like is a hybrid genre anyway, so it's like
true, so there's so much to it. I like that one.
Too?
What?
Have you seen Girls 2? There's a second Mean Girls. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't watched it now.
I don't think I have.
Better, but it's like it's got the girl.
I did watch it. It's
got the girl who plays. She plays the girl in Camp Rock. She plays Tess in Camp Rock. The one that like tries to like make fun of like Demi Lovato and stuff. She's that one. That's actually the lead in it.
Oh, that's
not the same cast, but I think
I didn't even know that.
What is yours, Charlie? What's your favourite?
If we're talking shows, it's sex ed. But if we're talking films, it's Shrek 2.
Shrek 2. Shrek's on the list as well, yeah.
Shrek's a rom-com. I'll die by that hill. It is.
Shrek 2, yeah. That's
not a rom-com. It is not a rom-com.
It's so a rom-com. Think about it. It's romance and it's a comedy.
He is the prince, going for the princess. 2 people voted for Shrek.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Who's your favourite character in Shrek?
Donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Donkey.
Yeah.
Who do I like in Shrek?
The gingerbread man's pretty good as well.
Oh, the gingerbread man, yeah.
The second one.
I hate Fiona May. She irritates me. She really irritates me. I think I like Donkey, yeah. Doesn't Donkey have children with the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donkey baby. That's funny. I like Shrek.
If you had to pick, because what's yours, Isla? What's your favourite rom-com? Because I really struggled. I had to write down a few because I couldn't.
Yeah, I wrote down a few. Mine would probably be Perks of Being a Wallflower. Oh, it's just so good.
That's a pretty good film.
Have you watched that, Jess?
Yeah, I watched it a while ago, so I can't remember amazingly well, but that was pretty good.
It is so good. I just think it's very, it's like a classic outsider point of view, but I think they do it so well, like, because like there's loads of different storylines and side stories, and I just think it's the only thing I hate about it is Emma Watson's American accent. Oh my goodness gracious, the worst thing in the world. Oh, every time I hear it, I'm like, no, Emma, stop. But she just needs to work on it a bit more. But yeah, I love that film, so good.
Have you seen mine's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? Have you seen like one of the ones I thought was that film? I watched that so many times when I was like younger, and I used to I loved it. Well, like I just loved it. I would watch it all the time. He's got Kate Hudson in, and it's like really good.
I've never watched it. Is it like an old classic one?
Yeah, I don't know. It is for me. Like I think it's a great. Have you ever seen it, Charlie?
No.
I didn't. Charlie was like, no.
Charlie's watched Mamma Mia and Shrek.
Give you a little rundown of what it's about. It's about these two people who, like me, and try and make each other. She tries to lose a guy in 10 days, and he tries to.
Believe it or not, she tries to lose a guy in 10 days.
It's
no way.
That's where the title comes from.
No way.
That's so clever.
Oh, is he?
And he tries to make her fall in love with him, and it's so like it's just so funny. Like it's such a great. I really enjoy it. And then I said 10 Things I Hate About You because that's just like.
Oh yeah, so.
I watched it.
What?
I know.
It's so good. Do you know Heath Ledger? Well, we googled it because I was like, oh, surely he's like 10 years older in that film, but he's actually like, I think he 19, is he? I think he was, wasn't he?
He died young.
Yeah, he died young, didn't he? Yeah.
I'm gonna just check
I
now.
swear, like 30s.
Yeah, it was mad.
13 going on 30.
Oh, that is such a good film.
So good.
I love that film. It's like a guilty pleasure kind of film because it's so cringe. Like it's so when is it? Is it like 80s?
He was 19.
He was 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's our age.
That's our age.
See, can you imagine Heath Ledger stood next to Charlie? You wouldn't think they're the same age, would you? Like,
Charlie just came for Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry, Charlie, but not in a mean way. Same with me. I think.
Like, he looks really older. I think.
Yeah.
Where's he from? Is he?
I thought he was like Australian or something. Oh, is he not?
Right.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he didn't get up and like someone's like done his makeup, his hair, and like dressed to wear clothes. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that doesn't happen regularly, does it? You forget that even the boys wear makeup, they work out. I bet they have to train and do all that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I bet it's a lot of stress, like a lot of side things that you have to do. So, yeah, it's quite unrealistic, I suppose. Especially, yeah, like you were saying, Charlie, especially with body image and stuff like that. I just think it's so like negative, and that's one thing I think like they need to work on more and stuff. That kind of stuff, and mental health as well. I think mental health's not a really good one. They either romanticize it and like make it like, oh, this is cool when it's not. It's or they just don't portray it really well. I just think there needs to be a good one, but nothing. I think the closest that has done that is Perks of Being a Wallflower. Izzy, you need to watch it, and Charlie.
I know.
Yeah, you just need to watch it. It's so good.
I need to watch it. Well, I'll make sure I do. I will. And then I'll give you a review. Of it.
Yeah. Right. Shall we reveal which one won?
Yes. So.
Yes.
We asked Isla's got like significant amount more followers than me, but I asked like the people on Instagram. Isla asked like all like 2,000 of hers.
My mum responded as well. Hello, Mum.
What was your mum's favourite?
My mum's favourite was Bridget Jones. Classic, absolute classic.
I think my mum probably would like. She loves Bridget Jones, as she likes us.
Have you watched Bridget Jones?
No.
I think I've watched one of them like a while ago, maybe, or a bit of one, but I've not watched all of them. Like.
We watched one of the scenes in a lecture, I remember. The fight scene. Do you remember when we watched it?
Yeah, we did. I do remember that.
It was really good. Yeah. It was really quite funny, to be fair. And I've watched quite a few of them. But there's so many of the Bridget Joneses, actually, isn't there? There's like Bridget Jones's Baby and so on. Yeah. Oh, it's a bit mad, isn't it? Yeah. Well, but
2-1. Should we do a drum roll? Are you going to announce it? Ready?
Am I? Who are we doing it on 3? Is it? Like on 3?
I think that's fine. Well, I didn't. You say it, and I'll give you a drum roll.
No, you say it, Izzy. Do you know what? I'll let you say it. Go on.
Yeah,
I know you want to.
I can't figure out.
The real rom-com, aren't they?
You flirting with me? Right, go on, Izzy.
No, I'm going to get it wrong because I can't figure out which one it is, so you say it.
Okay, I've highlighted it. Okay, so the winner was, as you can guess, drum roll, 10 Things I Hate About You! Oh, obviously, there's no surprise there.
think it's because it's a classic though? Do you think that's
and it was on the background as well, that when we asked the question, so everyone would have been like, "Oh, that's a good one." Yeah. So go on then, I'll have that one.
And I feel like that had really early, like, because that brought a lot of really, like, see, that was a complete stereotype because what's the main girl in it called? She's called Kat.
She's
like proper stereotype, and like she's like, and then the other sister's like, complete, like
oh my god,
beliefs and ideas, just like didn't have to make them like. But then I feel like maybe they wouldn't have got it across when they made it, so I don't know. We were saying that in films, obviously there's like, especially high school films, there's like the jocks, which I don't think in high school. Obviously there was like the.
Did you have that? Yeah.
Well, I wasn't in the popular group, but like there was definitely Charlie's like, oh
yeah.
There was like,
Charlie was like, I was the most popular.
Do you think that like that relates to us now? Like, do you think that there is like cliques at uni?
No.
Like,
no, I think it's really high school thing that. Like,
I think it's a high school thing as well. I think once you get to uni, no one cares. Because if you put all at high school, I mean, there's no guarantee we would evolve like as close as we are now. Like,
I think it's because we all have such similar interests, and you're so drawn to people on your course as well. So you're like you're always with people you get on with. So I don't think there is cliques, but then there's the odd. There's always going to be the odd drama and stuff like that, though. But like, I don't think it's as extreme as shows make it seem. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that exciting.
I feel like no one has the time. Like, we have time. Like, when you're doing your work, like when I was in high school, I was completely like my GCSEs, and then as soon as I got to sixth form, the only thing I could think about was my A levels. What was I going to say? I was going to say that. It's weird because obviously, I don't know if you guys think this, but when I watched Sex Education, I thought it was really interesting to see students in a British school because they were doing the A-levels. Because, like, obviously Americans are doing, like, their SATs or whatever, like, things they do, and we can't really relate to that. Whereas when he was, like, in sixth form, in, like, the first term, I was like, you know what, this feels a bit more like what it felt like when I was, like...
Yeah. Is it high school that they're at?
It's sixth form, isn't it?
Was it sixth form? Yeah, because they wear their own clothes, don't they? And that's why I was like, this can't be high school because
it's just so American though. It's like all the Batman jackets, like the wall high pockets, like it's just all so American.
It's a bit strange, but I feel like that's the kind of style it was going for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
like it's similar to End of the World. Jess and Nizzy, have you watched that?
No,
I've not. One of my like friends loves it, and like
I thought it was quite good, to be fair. Like it's quite like a different take. I wouldn't say it was a rom-com, Charlie. Have you watched it, Charlie? Yeah,
I have. Yeah.
Would you say? I don't think it was a rom-com.
I don't know. It was kind of. I'd say it was a dark rom-com, if anything, like a dark comedy. But obviously it's romance too. So
then again, with everything, with any TV show, you could say it has everything in it, I suppose. Yeah. So it's like. Yeah, it's a bit of everything. But I think that was quite good, but that wasn't as Americanized as Sex Education.
Yeah, that was fairly British. I mean, it was made by British. It was all four, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah. Is it all four?
I don't know. It's something like I don't quote me on that, but I swear it's a British-made show anyway. So.
But Netflix? Is it Netflix? Is it Netflix own?
I don't know. No, I swear it's Channel 4.
It might be. Yeah. Is there only 2 seasons of it? I think there is.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. Maybe I should watch it.
You do, is it? Yeah, you'd love it. You'd love it. Yeah.
One of the other things we were talking about as well. So tying it back into like younger people watching rom-coms, we were saying. Now I don't know whether obviously this might be different in the UK than it is in America, but there's a lot of like underage like drinking and like doing like
drugs.
And it's like
so unrealistic.
I feel like that. I don't really think that like obviously it shouldn't happen in any way, but I don't think that happened in my high school anyway. Like I don't remember that being a thing.
No, what I've wrote here, I've put Euphoria romanticizes drugs massively. There's 17 in Euphoria, and I've put when I was 17, I was drinking a WKD on the park. Literally, I don't know what bloody drugs were at that time. I was like, it's just mad.
The drugs kind of. I'd say like, especially in Britain, there's quite a bit of underage drinking going on. Like house parties, not like those massive house parties if there are like swimming pools, like thousands of people or whatever. But like, still like a fair amount of underage drinking.
I feel like it happens, but it just doesn't happen to the extent that I think the movies make it out to be. Because there's not like those house parties that are in the in the TV shows are not as big. Like if there was a house party in high school, it'd be like 30 people max.
I've never been to a house party like they have in the films. Like never.
Like where there's but then I feel like a lot of them are like college parties in American films. So I don't know whether
is that uni.
Yeah, I
think college. That's confusing. I think their colleges are uni. So I think it's like, but then they're not 21, so that's still underage drinking in America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So maybe it's more like scandalous then for them, because if they're not allowed to drink it till 21 and they're underage drinking, they might be like, oh, but like we're allowed to drink at 18, aren't we? So
that's why I reckon like they drink more in college, like, and not much in high school, like in America. It's like they drink later on because it's 21 there, but here, like, I mean, you're drinking 17 in America. It's the same as drinking 14 here, and like age difference. Sort of thing. So.
What's your favorite character out of all rom-coms ever? Like, obviously, Charlie's Donkey from Shrek.
Mine is Shrek. Yeah, I was literally about to say, don't say Shrek.
Or is it like out of all the others? Because I think it's difficult because like we were saying there before, Jess, like Adam Sandler plays so many good characters in all the shows. Like, have you watched 50 First Dates and like Blended and like Just Go With It? All those films, if they've got the same, like more or less the same similar cast, like he brings people in, and they're all like hilarious, but they're about like a relationship.
Jennifer Aniston's really good in all of the rom-coms that she's in. She's brilliant.
She's so she literally looks the same age than she has been for about 100 years. It's mad. So mad. Have you watched I don't know if I don't think it's a rom-com, it's more of a comedy with Jennifer Aniston, the guy from Maze Runner, Gally.
What are you talking about? We're the Millers?
We're the Millers, yeah. That's such a good film. We watched that, didn't we? I love that film.
Is that the one where they go, I might be completely off a tangent here. Is that the one where they go on like a trip in a caravan?
You think they're a family, they're potentially a family. Yeah, that's good. It's good film. It is Adam. No, he's not in that, is it? No. It's the other guy.
Have you watched Murder Mystery? Have you watched Murder Mystery?
I really like that.
That one's really funny. It's like it's like a comedy, but it's about like them solving who murdered this person on a boat. But there's like this killer he's like a comedian. Like it's not a serious like murder mystery. Like,
comedy.
He's not a comedian, but it's funny the way he goes about it. Like he doesn't like. It's like he just makes jokes. Like it's funny. You have to watch it.
Okay. Is it on Netflix?
I think it might be on Netflix or Amazon Prime maybe.
It's a Netflix original.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. I watched it a couple of times. It's really good.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, go on. Favorite rom-com characters? We've gone off it now.
You know what? I quite like Cher in Clueless.
Cher! Oh, in what?
So many people said that.
Oh, I thought you were saying Mamma Mia too. Yeah, I was like, I did not like her appearance in Mamma Mia too. I'm sorry.
Me either. I was a big fan of that.
People said Cher.
Ken loved it, didn't he? Our lecturer Ken. He loves Cher, doesn't he? He loves a bit of Cher. He was, but I just think, why was she in it? Was she like the auntie or something in Mamma Mia too?
What, is Cher in Clueless or Cher in Mamma Mia?
She's the grandma, isn't she?
The grandma.
Yeah, she's in
Mamma Mia. In what else is she in? What did you say, Jess? What
It's not the same woman. It's two different people. The one in Clueless isn't the same person as Mamma Mia.
Oh. No, I meant.
Am I thinking of
a character? Cher.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Cher the singer all along. I was like, I'm sure Cher's not in it. I was like, what?
The character's called Cher.
People said, have you watched Legally Blonde? People said Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, like.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people said Julia Roberts because what's Pretty Woman? Like a lot of people were like, Pretty Woman's a great film. Like that was.
People said Carlisle. I love Carlisle. Carlisle from Twilight is so good. the memes, I love it. Scott Pilgrim.
Is that a rom-com? Are we classing that as a rom-com?
Pilgrim. Yeah, I love Scott Pilgrim.
Are we saying that's a rom-com?
So I think
okay,
it is.
Then I'll change my answer. It's Scott Pilgrim then. That's one of my favourite films.
Your favourite film? Yeah.
It's a rom-com.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, so good.
It's not Shrek.
Who's Shrek out the window? Donkey's still my favourite rom-com character. Scott Pilgrim.
Donkey was in the Scott Pilgrim then.
Yeah.
Life will be complete.
A lot of people say Hugh Grant as well from like Notting Hill and like.
Yeah, I quite like Hugh Grant, you know. Yeah.
I think those films that like Notting Hill is such a like classic, like one of those type of films. But I feel like, do you know what? I feel like there's different genres of rom-com underneath what rom-com is. Because there's like musical rom-coms and there's like, do you not think Christmas rom-coms is a thing? Like, I feel like there's like Love Actually is a Christmas film, but it's definitely bridges on the border of like romance and a bit of comedy in it.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say, Aarif's just put someone on Insta saying their favourite rom-com is About Time. Izzy, we've not mentioned About Time.
Oh my gosh, we've not.
Honestly, one of my favourite movies by far.
Let's talk about this all
amazing.
the time.
It's so good. Like when you try and explain it to someone, it sounds so bad, and you're like, oh, it's time traveling romance. It's like it doesn't sound right.
I don't think it's a comedy, but it's so like well told, and it's like
witty, isn't it? It's quite bad, like
very serious topic, but I just like the like even I always think, you know, the scenes. I don't know if you guys have watched it, Jess and Charlie, but or anyone else, but like when they're getting on the tube and they like split. That is the cutest like.
I love it. It's so cute. It's when he memorizes what she like. Do you know what it is about, Charlie and Jess?
No, I haven't.
Have you never heard of it? Oh, so it's about a guy. It sounds, when you say the description, I'm really bad. That's one of my bad traits, describing films in a good way, because I just make them sound so boring. So it's a guy and he's time traveling and he can go back in time to meet this girl. But like, it's so hard to explain, but it's really good.
It's not a rom-com, it's a romance. Have you seen a Time Traveler's Wife?
No, I've not seen that.
That's about a guy. He's like this guy who involuntarily travels through time, and they like meet each other at different points in their own life. He like follows her, and he keeps appearing, and like they know each other at different amounts whenever they meet each other.
That sounds quite like About Time. That doesn't it?
About Time. He has like this power. This is like a massive spoiler, so if anyone don't want to know a spoiler, then like
yeah, true, yeah.
But like if he like figures out that he can time travel, and then he like has to try and like he meets this girl, and then he's like it's really good. I won't spoil it.
It's British as well, isn't it? And it's like it's got Bill Nye in it as well, and it's just it's just a good cast, I think, as well. What are you laughing at? What are you giggling at, Charlie?
It's British, innit?
It's so British, innit? Sorry.
Aarif has said in the chat. Aarif said that someone on Instagram says Dylan Fletcher said that Punch Drunk Love is his favourite. I've never seen that one.
I have never heard of that.
That sounds like an abusive one, doesn't it?
Strong one. It does sound a bit intense, that one. Maybe
I've never seen that one. I don't even know if I must have heard. I think I've heard about it, but I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it rings a bell, but I've never heard of it. I'm sorry, Dylan. Sorry to disappoint. My favourite. Izzy, wait, you didn't say your favourite character?
Oh yeah. Well, to be honest, because I have quite a few. Like I don't know if I can pick one.
Go on, you can. You can do it.
I was saying that, do you know who is hilarious in, not to keep talking about Adam Sandler and talking about this story.
Obsessed.
But the kids, the people who play the children in Just Go With It, she's called Bailey Madison, and I think he's called Britton.
Yeah.
They are hilarious.
Yeah, they're good, them, yeah.
So well. And they're just so good. Like, they proper makes, like, he was in as well, Griffin, I think he's called Griffin Lutz. He was in Tall Girl on Netflix with Sabrina Carpenter and another girl. I don't know what she's called, the lead of it, but he was in that, and he's like, it's like, I just think they're good. The kids really add to the like.
Yeah, that's such a weird one. See, I wouldn't think you would have picked that, because like there's so many characters out there. You're like, oh, the kids off this. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's interesting.
We were talking about Mamma Mia, and we said Bill from Mamma Mia, didn't we?
Bill, young Bill though. Please say young Bill.
Young Bill's like really fun. I think he's funny. I think Mamma Mia 1's better than Mamma Mia 2 though.
I haven't seen Mamma Mia 2, so
You've not, Charlie?
I've seen Mamma Mia 1, not 2.
Yeah. I liked the second one. I think they did a good job of like living up to the expectations.
But I think the first one's classic that I just loved.
Oh yeah.
I think the young Donna bits in the second one were really good.
Yeah, I think the costume and stuff was really like cool. I googled all of her outfits afterwards. I was like, where did she get this skirt from? Because it's so like cool. I love it, and it made me want to run away to Greece, but I kept doing that.
Great songs. They are like the good songs are good as well. Like the songs are just like they nailed it on the head like both times. I feel like like.
I like it.
Did you say yours?
No, my favourite character. This is like a hard one because I don't want to say like. Someone's put Sky from Mamma Mia. I'm not being funny, but Sky is so boring.
That's my friend from home.
I'm sorry as his friend, but he irritates me.
So I get why she said it because he's just like a funny. Like he's just there and he's like a funny.
So when he flexes his muscles on the beach, and you're like, oh God's sake, here we go.
Like I feel like Mamma Mia's. I don't think he's my favourite out of the whole film, but he's funny. Like I think he adds to it. He's funny character. I think it'd be hard to say who my favourite was in Mamma Mia actually.
My favourite, I like Donna. Yeah, Donna's my favourite.
Donna, yeah. Do you know who I think is hilarious as well in Mamma Mia? The two. Me and my flatmates will say that we're like the two.
The auntie, the what are they called? The dynamo.
What they called? She's called Tanya, and what's the other
Tanya
one?
and Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. Then they're such a good side characters, aren't they? Like they're so like good. Yeah, it always makes me giggle them too. Yeah, I like them ones. But Megan likes old Bill from Mamma Mia. She doesn't like young Bill. She likes old Bill. I was like,
I like the older. I think that I like the younger cast. I think that they're funny and like cool. But I feel like I'm just like Mamma Mia's got a special place in my heart, and I feel like I can't like not say that the first cast are not the best. You know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, 100%.
Lily, what is she called? Lily? I don't know what her last name is. Lily something. She plays Meryl Streep in the second one, and she's great.
Yeah.
Someone said Crazy Stupid Love. That's a good
I've heard of that. I've never watched that. Have you watched that? Is it?
Emma Stone. I think I might be wrong here. I'm pretty sure that's the one with Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling in.
Is it?
Let me just double check. I think it is, and it's about it is really good. 1 minute, let me just check.
Have you watched Easy A?
Yeah. I watched that the first time a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. Is it the one with Emma Stone?
Yeah. It's funny, but they're good. Those two are good. Like, me and Jess and Isla did a project on La La Land, so we know too much about La La Land. But,
every time I hear Emma Stone, though, I think of that scene in I think it is in Easy when she's got the camera. She's got, I gotta pack the sunshine. And it's like, yes. Yeah, I like that scene. That always makes me laugh.
They are good though. Those two like work. Like they're good together. They've got really great on screen like chemistry. They're just a good duo. Yeah,
definitely. I think she's a good actor. Yeah.
Do you think La La Land fits into the rom-com category because it's but it's like a musical? It's a musical, isn't it? I think it has aspects. I wouldn't say it is a rom-com.
It's a romance musical.
I would say it's very comedic.
Yeah, it's not comedic, is it?
No. That's what I mean, though. There's so many, isn't there? Like, there's the funny rom-coms,
Well, we say all the time, like we were saying for one of our next assignments, like there's so many films don't just fit into one genre anymore. No. Like, they have so many aspects of different films.
Literally.
In the films. It's like, there's just so many.
Yeah, literally. I think everything has to include everything today. But then again, I don't know if that's a good thing because then is it a bit too much? Like, or just is that? I don't know. Like, yeah, it's weird. Because then we're saying like, they're missing some things out, like important things. But then if they include everything, then it's all just a bit too much. Then, isn't it? But, can you all hear me? Yeah, you can all hear me.
Yes, I can.
I just went off on a tangent then, didn't I? You're always just like, shut up, Isla.
I was not like I did not think that.
Were you engaged there, Izzy?
I was actually reading the notes because I was thinking I don't know, if we call each other in a couple of hours and we're like, we didn't say that on the podcast.
I know, yeah, true, yeah. I'm thinking.
I was just looking. I was like,
I had something to mention.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just read it. You need to talk about Greta Gerwig.
Greta Gerwig's amazing, right? Like, I think she's top director. I don't know what she's like as a person or anything. I always worry about that. I always feel like I need to know about them, like, as a person, like, to like them. But she might be lovely. But her films are just so good. Like, a lot of people, like, say she's not actually that good. But I also think it's bad that she's known as a feminist director. But it's only because she's so popular and she's done so well. But she's not. She should just be among the other directors. Like, when you type in on Google directors, no women come up, literally. But I just think it's silly. Like, yeah. But I think her films are so good, though. Have you watched any of them? Have you watched Little Women?
Lady Bird is good.
You watched Lady Bird? Mm-hmm. Lady Bird's one of my favourites. I think that's good at representing people because, like, Timothy Chalamet, that is horrible. He's so horrible. But it's just showing, like, the pretty guy isn't always like what is
Is he pretty though? I've always thought this. Everyone's always going for Timothy Chalamet. I think he looks like a mouse turned into a human.
I think he's so attractive.
I don't know with him.
Really?
No,
I
think
he is.
I think he's like I do think he's like I don't know.
He's a skater boy. He's a skater boy, isn't he?
I think that we've done very well, and I think we've had a great little discussion about rom-coms.
I think we've done well, guys. We've said our favourite rom-coms, all that jazz. Yeah.
I think that rom-coms they're up and rising, and I think when the Kissing Booth 2 comes out, they'll be. I've got no doubt that Netflix will bring out more and more because they just do well. Like
they just keep going, yeah.
They do. Like they really do, and I think they just. I don't know. Some people like them, but like I've always loved them. I've always loved them when I grew up. Like
I think they're known for being a bit cringy, the Netflix ones, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
They all seem quite embarrassing.
Like they are meant to be, so maybe that's important.
I'm embarrassed to have said I've watched any of them. I haven't. If I had, I wouldn't tell you.
I think you have, you know. I think
you love them. I honestly think
I'm just trying to get you to watch them.
And I like how you've not mentioned the fact you've read all the Twilight books.
I told you that. I was open about that. I trusted you
there.
I
think Tally would know. I was like, Tally, I'll give you the list. I was like, this is like, I was like, these. I think the main ones that'll come up. And he was like, oh, I read the books for Twilight.
Yeah, we were all so shocked. We're like, go on, Charlie.
Yesterday, I was so prepped to binge some rom-coms for weeks beforehand. I got them yesterday.
That's good. I like that. Well done, Charlie.
I'm impressed. I was very impressed. Are the books better than the movies, do you think?
I can't remember the books much, but the movies aren't very good, so I'll say yes.
What is it? I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry.
Should we close up and say thank you very much? I think that we're not just us four. There's going to be other people watching it, but
I know how I
I don't know. We'll have to see. But thank you, Charlie and Jess, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Make sure you go. Charlie's got a podcast.
Yeah. They've just released a Pixar one. Very good.
We've got the Avatar one coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
podcasts on YouTube.
I'm excited. I'll give it a listen.
That's on YouTube,
thank you so much for coming along. We were very, very excited and very nervous, weren't we? But
yeah, we were nervous, but we've all done so well. Yeah.
You have to come on again in the future.
Definitely. Yeah, if you enjoy it.
So yeah, definitely. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.
To
the Film Production Podcast channel. And
thank you, everyone. See you later. Have a nice week.